So what were you bowling on, Chris?
This is just AMF Louisville, the normal house shot there, which is akin to sometimes a sport pattern, but one of the better pairs in the house. But 30, let's see, it's 40, I think it's 41 feet, relatively high ratios. It's 30-year-old HPLs with wood approaches. So it goes a little uphill in the front. Typically, there's a little friction in the front of the lane, and this is which makes them play a touch tight down lane.
And had you thrown any shots?
This is the absolute first shot I've ever thrown with this ball. I warmed up with the Zen, threw some kind of balls around it in an idle synergy for comparison, but I've thrown zero shots with this ball. The pin is above my middle finger, which makes it a little, right around 5.5 inches pin to PAP.
So you had about a 5.5 inch pin
Yep.
with a 3 inch buffer?
Yeah, about a 3 inch buffer, 2.5 to 3 inch buffer.
Okay, well, I'm as intrigued as you because I haven't got mine yet. So let's see what it does. Well, can't get much better than that.
That's a pretty good opener for a guy who doesn't get a lot of bird dogs anymore, to be able to get one to come across like that. This is just box finish. It's 4K fast. It was a little bit on the duller side, this one out of the box of the 4K fast, but pearl cover stock. And like we do in our videos, this is going to be uncut, and I'm going to fire them down there as fast as I can to keep you from waiting too long.
So yeah, just a couple of things. We had a little bit of an issue with the audio. That's why you're seeing our pretty faces. So if you see Chris talking, he's not talking to himself, although he kind of is right now. Real quick, this is just the regular 4K. This isn't a 4K fast ball. The Schlemmer was looking for something to put a bit of teeth in because I believe that this had some of the nano inside it that I've learned subsequently. So he was looking for something to be a little stronger than maybe an idle pearl. I know you've used the idle pearl.
I have used idle pearl, and I'd say he accomplished that. It's a little bit. It's going to grab the mid lane a little more than the idle pearl did. It is pearl ball though, and so as you can see, it still comes off the end of the pattern pretty good. What I like to do is roll it. That's what I'm doing here. I'm not trying to trick it at all. Just kind of going with what sometimes you try and use more back end, more rotation to make them hook more in the back, and I don't really need to with this ball.
Yeah, especially for somewhere like Louisville, where typically the ball doesn't really continue that well down the lane.
Right, and it's already been pretty. I'm pretty pleased here. 5 shots in, 5 strikes, a couple of bird dogs. Gone through it pretty good. I missed in just a little bit and rolled it, and it still it didn't wiggle. All great signs for a ball that's pretty clean through the front of the lane and still responsive down lane.
So when you're doing this and you're kind of learning a new ball, are you really just trying to see how it comes off the dry or kind of how it picks up in the oil? Which is like the first thing you look for?
Yeah, I'm looking for front to back. How fast does it lose energy? Just rolling it, does it look lazy off the end of the pattern? That one I threw a little bit, so I've thrown one in the oil a little bit. It was able to get out of the puddle. Okay, then I threw one to the right, and it actually made it back and didn't quit. That's pretty good sign there. That's a lot of miss room and a big continuation window.
Yeah, for me personally, especially on the house shot, I always look to try and figure out which is the miss that the ball likes better, because you kind of want in your mind, you want to know which is the side I want to miss, sort of thing. And some balls are much better than others, coming off the dry, and some, you get them in the oil and they'll really continue. This kind of looks like it's a happy medium of both, and it's really player's choice.
Yeah, a little bit is player's choice here. And
wow.
Yeah, like I said, Louisville can get a little bit where you get it in that puddle and doesn't want to come off the end of the pattern very well, especially for me. And I believe that's either the front 7 or front 8. I've rarely had the front 8 there at all, but without throwing 0 shots to line up, the first one's probably the luckiest one because I didn't know what it would do. And I finally got one in between.
Yeah, got a little long. Did you, where from these initial shots, like, what is your expectation of where this would fit off the other balls?
Well, and we'll see in just a second here. I'm going to throw it up against a Zen and a Synergy to kind of give you an idea. But I think it's going to end up fitting in between out of the box. The Zen is a little stronger, a little earlier, and the Synergy is longer than this one is.
So would that be somewhat of a similar gap to the Zen Soul then for you?
No, the Zen Soul is stronger for me. I think the Zen Soul is stronger than me, stronger for me in the mid lane than the Zen, and so that's above the Zen. This would be a step, a fairly significant step below that.
Okay.
Where I feel like it fits. Now, since this has happened, I also put a touch of polish on it to make it fit in a little bit lower, because I already had a shiny Zen, and this lets me play more in the kind of medium to medium dry.
Right, and then did you notice it quicken up at all once you added?
I thought it did get quicker. It made it not quite idle pearl because of the nano. I think makes it pick up stronger in the mid lane, and also since then I subbed in league and shot 813 at Louisville, which I have very few 800s in my 21 years of bowling there, and so that was 12 shots, 279, and a very quick early look at the Idle Cosmos.